Hi there, friends. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 4 of Parkscapes Podcast, a podcast where we talk everything theme parks, cruise lines, and experiences around the world. I have a dance now.
Oh, yes. TikTok, here we come. Just kidding. Last week's trivia was, why can't the Imagineers fix the Yeti in Expedition Everest? It's definitely a longer answer than what we usually ask, but basically, TLDR, long story short, the steel structure that is integral to the entire structure of the mountain is incredibly close / attached to the actual Yeti. Hence, if they tried to fix Yeti, it would mean overhauling the entire mountain. Lots of money, lots of problems. Expedition Everest would be closed for a long time, and I would be very sad.
I remember when Pandora opened, they're like, they're finally going to fix the Yeti because Expedition Everest isn't going to be the large attraction everyone goes on. Here we are, almost at the 10th anniversary of Pandora opening.
She's still not fixed. It's okay though.
It's fine, but I feel like what they've done is very much like, okay, but it's a 2-second part of an attraction.
And he's still my Pookie, like he's still there, and even if he did move, it wouldn't be long enough for it to be that much of a... And it's a funny little quirky fact about the ride anyway. So.
It's a cool moment where it's like, oh, that Yeti looked really cool and everything, but I feel like the attraction around it also kind of suffices for itself. Yeah. It's not like, what's the word? Like,
it's not like the main event.
I was going to say Navi River Journey, where it's like you wait to see the shaman. The shaman. And,
agreed.
Yeah. Like, anyways... Also, before we get started about our break, check out the set upgrades. We got some brand new paintings, and if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, we have paintings over our heads now. Just imagine the paintings. One's Epcot, one's contemporary. So, yeah.
Yes, and speaking of Apple Podcasts, we are officially approved on Apple Podcasts. Yay! So it's much easier now to upload those episodes, so those will be there shortly, and we are still waiting on approval from Spotify.
Correct.
So keep holding your breaths on that one.
Spotify, please approve us.
Please.
Anyways, before we get into news and everything, let me tell you what we're going to be doing. So this episode, we're going to be talking about our spring breaks. We're going to be talking news. We're going to be battling Disney Cruise Line versus Royal Caribbean. I'm going to be dropping some crazy bombshell news on Liz live in this episode.
I've been worried about this for a week.
Yeah, I told her, I'm dropping something on you. We're going to be answering listener questions, and we're also going to be doing some trivia. So let's get started.
Okay, like many college students around the U.S., we just got back from our spring break. So we're just going to chat a little bit about that. Andrew's was much more eventful than mine. I went home. I'm from North Carolina, and so I got to hang out with my lovely parentals for the week. They still had to work, so during the day I had to entertain myself, which meant sleeping. And I also got to hang out with my 2 little bestie boos back home. Oh, also my cats. Love those little booger men. I love them so much. They're super cute and chubby, so I spent a lot of time with them too. One of them didn't really care that I was home. The other one is my baby, and so he was very happy to see me.
Gator and Tebow.
Yep, go
I've
Gators.
Never met them, but you know. Like
I'm watching the Gators Sweet 16
right
now
while we're recording. On the laptop right now.
It's very important to me, but I'm playing
what's
it.
The score right now?
It is 84-66. Go Gators! Mm-hmm. Suck it, Maryland. With 2:54 left in the second, so they ain't coming back.
Oh, okay, perfect. So for my spring break, I went home on Friday that classes were done. Literally as soon as my class was done, I'm like, get me out. I also had to transport my cat home, which was very exciting.
The lovely bean.
It was an hour longer drive than normal because everyone decided, hey, I'm gonna go after my classes. And FSU up north was going the other way as well, which means if there was an accident on the other side, everyone on my side of the road was like, ooh, look at that. Yeah, that happened. Anyways, ride was an hour longer than expected. She started pooping in the car. She's fine. She knew that she had to go on, like, not in the seat. She like went on like the floor.
And then she's such a good girl.
Yeah, she's such a good girl. She poops in my car.
She didn't want to sit in her own poo. So.
Yeah, but I was able to clean up. Everything's fine. I don't have a dirty car. That's weird.
He really doesn't. It smells very nice in his car.
Thank you. But anyways, then I was home for a couple of days. It was my mom's birthday. Shout out to you, Mom. Happy late birthday. And then for her birthday, we went on a cruise on Utopia of the Seas. We went on a 4-night cruise. It was fantastic. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. And then I got back literally the day that I got off the cruise. I drove back up here to Gainesville. And then I had a pep event for Gator Band that I had on Saturday,
Yeah.
which I loved. I went to a place that I went to for another marching event back in high school, and it was like revisiting and
That's
everything.
so fun.
And yeah,
I think I would actually crash out if like I went back. Like obviously I wouldn't go
I
back to my high
literally
school.
crashed out.
I would I yeah. Mine would not
Like,
make a lot of sense, but like if I did, I think I would crash out.
my high school was a competitive marching band, and
Yes, mine is
it
not.
was where
Or we
state
weren't when I was young.
competitions were, and it was just like, whoa,
That's
we're
crazy.
back, and it's like this huge equestrian center in Ocala, if you guys know where that is.
That's cool.
Anyways, spring breaks, it's over. We're back in classes now.
But we're so close to the end.
It's like the home stretch. Like I was thinking, like,
It
oh my
is.
goodness, like April, freaking April.
And we will still be producing content in the summer because we will both be in Gainesville. So we will not be separated.
That's when the seasons change, friends. It's by semester.
Yes, because that is how our lives
I
revolve at
literally
this
just came
current
up with
moment.
that on the spot.
I thought we'd already talked about
We
that.
already talked about it. Fantastic. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, we did already talk about that.
Anyways, we're done with spring breaks, which means it's news time.
Woo!
All right, my friends, welcome to the news segment. So, as you guys know, we've filmed episodes 2 and 3 back to back, and if you guys made it through episode 3, thank you.
We barely did.
We barely did.
Update on that event because I didn't
Oh
talk about
yeah.
this. So I mentioned last episode that I had to like I think we finished recording at like 1:30. I had to be like on a bus at 6:30 to go to Nashville, Tennessee, which was a really fun time by the way. But I decided for the first time in my life to pull an all-nighter. Worst decision I've ever made. I got home at 2 and then I took a deranged video of me explaining what I was about to do. I was going to vlog the entire thing and make myself stay awake. Didn't end up doing that. I put on The Office and I did my chores. I was in the laundry room at 3 a.m. And then I didn't fold any of the laundry.
Tell me you're a college student without telling me you're a college student.
Yeah, I had dishes to wash, which I washed very speedily, like 10 minutes before my ride got to me because I fell asleep at my desk for like an hour and a half from like 4:30 to 5. No, it was like 4 to 5:30. Yeah, it was really bad. So don't do that, kids, because I slept the entire like 10-hour bus
Yeah,
ride
when
to
you told me
Tennessee.
like the whole entire time, I'm like, good for you, but wow.
Yeah, I was knocked out. I woke up for Bucky's and I woke up to pee, and that was it.
And like before we filmed 2 and 3, we were just like, oh yeah, these are going to be short episodes because we're literally splitting one episode in half. Except we all just kept yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping.
We're
and
really talented at that.
we're doing great, guys. Anyways,
Yeah, sorry, I just had to update the world on that.
no, I was just like listening back to the episode, like when I was editing it, and I'm like, oh, what life we have lived since then.
Yes, yes, so many poor choices were made on my part. Yes.
Anyways, so a lot of news dropped because we haven't filmed for 2 weeks. So buckle up. You're about to hear a ton of news. So, very first thing, we're going to try to do this by park to make it a little bit easier to understand. So, first things first is McKim's Mile House DVC Lounge opened up in Frontierland at Magic Kingdom and it holds around 60-ish people. This replaced the Frontierland Shooting Arcade.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
Yeah. I'm not a vacation club member, so
Neither am
like
I. So I'm like,
I like kind of wish we could use it because I feel like there aren't any pass holder lounges anymore.
and if it is a pass holder lounge, it's literally been like a quick service restaurant that just closed down. Or like,
Exactly. So I'm like, that would have been nice to be a pass holder lounge, but it's like it's fine.
I think there's just so many pass holders, and it's just trying to incentivize you. Like they have like a booth at like the front
Yeah.
of Frontierland where it's like, well, join DVC and sign a contract, and you know,
And that I mean that's valid.
look, get their perks. They pay a lot more money. If that's possible at Disney parks. Anyways, next things at Magic Kingdom. This is also like a little bit more like bigger park things, but it includes Magic Kingdom. Is they're adding new kid zones to the park for this summer. Magic Kingdom is going to have 2 kid zones, one of them being in Tomorrowland and Storybook Circus. Tomorrowland will have activities themed to Stitch, and Storybook Circus will have activities for younger children. So I feel like if you've ever been to Not So Scary or like those types of events, similar where they have like little stations where it's like, I think they like play tested this at Very Merry, like when you would like go for your meet and greet to meet Santa, like they had like a little section for the kids to just go like color write your letter to Santa, and then when you meet
Yeah.
him, you gave him the letter.
Mhm.
Um, I think this is great.
Mhm.
At first, I
Agree.
was just like, oh, okay, you're just trying to add another offering for Epic Universe, to incentivize families to go. But it's like, okay, but I think I like this.
I do too. I agree. Like one of my like fondest childhood memories was being like at the hotel. Like my family stayed in French Quarter a lot when I was little, and so I formed like great memories there. But during breakfast every morning, I would go to the little kids corner because they had a bunch of coloring pages and stuff, and like I lived my best life over there in that corner. And so I think having these things that are more, because I don't remember a lot about being in the parks when I was super little, but I do remember those things. So I think having those like specifically catered to little people things is awesome.
Yeah,
I think that'll be really cool.
I feel like the last thing that I remember, like big thing in the parks that like hasn't like remotely changed. Like I remember riding the Jungle Cruise or like Pirates when I was a kid,
Mhm.
but like that hasn't changed. So I feel
Right.
like that like memory has been like
That's like,
in my brain. But like the only thing I really remember is like going to New Fantasyland for the first time.
mm-hmm.
Of just like, I don't know why, but like don't you find it weird how like the things in New Fantasyland feel different than the park?
Yes.
Like it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, because like Magic Kingdom is such a, lack of better word, old park
It is.
that
Yeah.
like literally has never changed any of its sections, except for coming up soon, Rivers of America. Eh. Um,
And like the Toontown area that was there.
yeah,
I
I
missed
remember that.
that. I also had core child because I think that was something that was very toddler centric, and
Yeah,
I totally understand parks got to grow. That's what we've been talking about a lot. But I think bringing something back that is
you're gonna be
specific
mad
for the
when I tell you
kids.
this. That section was supposed to become a Tinkerbell Pixie Hollow section.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Epcot is also going to be launching a Goofy hosted party inside a community core hall following the Flower and Garden Festival. It's expect a mix of games, music, dancing, and water play to help families cool down. I hope the water play is outside, not inside.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be outside.
it would have to be. That would be kind of scary. I don't think they want to do that.
But I think they realize that they need to have this area just open because they realize people will just go inside of a space to sit down.
Oh yeah,
And they
hands
can't just
down.
have like an empty space, or else
People are just gonna
people
go sit in there.
people who are Epcot uh, purists will be like, "What are you doing with this place?" and blah 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 and then and grow up. That's
Yeah.
basically what I'm saying.
I like how it changes every couple of months. Like I think it's cool. Like going to the Broadway exhibit was really cool,
The
and then
Broadway exhibit was stunning. What it
yeah.
is for Flower and Garden is a little bit like a step down of like, okay, guys, but
Oh yeah, because I haven't been yet with Flower and Garden. I forgot about
they had like decals on the floor, and they're peeling. Yeah. So like remember like during COVID when they had like the placards on the
that.
floor where
Yes,
it's like stand here, don't stand here. It's kind of like that except they're peeling off the ground. But
cute.
you live, you laugh, you learn. Um Whatever. But they're also like have like a little exhibit in there, but it also has a food booth in there. I think
Okay.
it's just like a weirdly designed space that they still need to just kind of like meander and figure out.
Yeah.
Another thing is they're also adding more character access during early entry.
Oh, okay.
They gave an example that you would see like Mickey and Minnie after rope drop. So
That's cool.
one thing that I would really want to see happen is characters roaming during like rope drop, like similar to how like Disneyland where they're just
Yes.
kind of walking.
Yes, I think that would be really good because then like the this is just me theorizing. I don't know if this would actually happen, but I feel like when they roam more, the families with little kids are less likely to like go bombard them. And then it's the older people like us that harass stormtroopers and stuff like that that will go talk to the characters or like take their picture. I feel like it would
Like
be
how cool would it be if they came out from like the little section where like festival where the parades go backstage where it's like
yeah.
they're going to the park too. Like that'd be
Yes.
so cute.
That
Like
would
if
be really cute. And I think because I love meeting the characters, but I do not want to stand in that line just to like get my picture taken. And I will only do it at special events because the lines are shorter.
yeah,
Um, or if like we're bored, which usually
where
doesn't
we're
happen.
in Hollywood studios and every line is over 60 minutes and we're
Yes,
just like, oh look, Sully.
that was so funny. Oh my gosh, I love Sully. That was fun though.
I never realized because my family never really did meet and greets. I feel like we did like the big like go meet Mickey, go meet
Mm-hmm.
like Minnie and all that kind
I
of
did too.
stuff. But we never did like smaller meet and greets.
Mm-hmm.
But um like Sully's huge, guys. I'm 6'1", and I was engulfed
You're
by that.
that tall? Oh my gosh.
No,
Sorry.
but seriously, it was crazy.
Oh yeah, and it's like when you hug him, you can feel the like the wires that make up his not the wire. You know what I'm talking, the cage
He's
structure.
real. He's
Sorry,
real, Liz.
sorry, my bad,
Oh gosh. Anyways,
my bad.
also, additionally, they're going to be putting in some pop-up entertainment around the parks. They said that this is going to be surprise entertainment moments that include games, interactive adventures, and music-driven activities for preschool and early elementary age kids.
I
I
like
think
that.
they're just trying to figure out something where they can bring kids inside, um, and like let parents chill.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Like,
move. Yeah,
I think,
I
yeah.
think it's something that's kind of like a very short like Disney daycare kind of thing where you drop your kid off so the parents can go do the rides that the kids are too baby to ride.
Oh wait, that is smart.
Because I feel like that would like I remember when I was little, I've talked about this before, my parents would have to swap, which I didn't mind because they always bribed me with candy or like a ice cream bar. So like I was remember
Like preoccupied.
yeah, so I remember like eating my ice cream bar, watching my mom go up Expedition Everest, but I didn't, really care she was running Expedition Everest because I had ice cream. So I think that would be cool to help parents like get to because whenever we like go to especially when we go to Magic Kingdom and we see the families, I love that they're making memories together, but the mamas look really tired
Yeah.
and the dads look really tired because they're, strollering it and dealing with tantrum kids and like yeah, so like
Yes.
they deserve a break too and be able to enjoy the park. So
Also, I know they do this at Universal. I know they don't do this here at the parks. They literally have like, if the kid isn't tall enough to go on an attraction, they will let the kid walk through the queue, and then they literally have a holding area where they have like a TV, a couch like this,
oh,
and
see that's
like
cute.
pillows and stuff, where and like coloring sheets. So like Velocicoaster, you have the rider swap. The dad and the kid go in, the kid watches TV of some Universal property and say, "Mom, Dad, go buy peacocks." No, they don't say
Yep.
that. But they like have like entertainment for the kid, and then the other person gets off, and then the other person goes into the line, gets on, and it's like you're not like leaving them
Yeah.
per se. And like the kid also gets to go through the queue and stuff. So
Yeah, I like that. Man, if there
because
was like a cast member job that was just like playing with toddlers, like while they're
that's
waiting
what
for
they
their
do.
parents,
Yeah.
I would eat that up. Like that would be so fun. And then you could have like the characters come in and like
Wait, that would be fun.
that Disney do that. That would be so cute for kiddos. Like, oh my
But like
gosh.
this is only in like newer attractions where like they're new
Yeah.
builds where it's like, okay, we need a dedicated space. But
Yeah.
that's smart. I'm if they do that at Epic Universe, that's the first park that probably has a whole entire like thing
Yeah.
dedicated to
And
that.
that would be a big thing. Especially if Disney could do it for something like Tron, where it's
Yes.
like little babies cannot ride that, but their parents are gonna want to. So it's like make a cool Tron room where they can design their own little light cycle discs
Yeah,
or
like you
whatever.
literally have
Like
the technology with what's the word? Test
I
track.
was about to okay, I thought
Yeah.
that's where you were going. Like something like that. And like, obviously don't set them in front of a TV screen because that takes them out of
But
the
like you
magic.
could
But like do
also
something.
put a window like a one-way mirror window where you can watch like the light cycles go by.
That would be so cute.
Like, come on, guys. That'd be so cool.
So basically Disney just hire us because we have really good ideas.
Anyways,
Yes.
also big news that came out very recently: Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin is going to be closing for a major refurbishment, which includes new blasters, targets, a new scene in the very beginning, as well as new ride vehicles and interactive elements. What do you think?
I'm really excited. Like Buzz is one of those like super nostalgic rides, but I feel like this upgrade is not going to take away from that. I think I saw like the blasters are going to be handheld, so I think that's going to be cool.
You have no idea how excited I was when I went to Disneyland of just like being able to
Oh,
pick the blaster up. I was like,
this
whoa!
is crazy. Yeah. And then I saw another thing they're going to have like when you hit the target, it's going to light up and like interact. And I think that's cool because I love that ride. I do think it will really benefit from an upgrade. Like I would still ride it as it is now, but I will say I will not ride it if the wait's longer than 20 minutes. So
The only thing that like makes me wonder is if you guys have seen online, it's been heavily reported. How the blasters animate, it takes around 2 to 3 seconds for this animation to play on it, where like it lights up the color of your thing.
Mhm.
When you have 100 some people shooting at the same target, how are you going to deal with the points? Is it just going to automatically and is just going to
Yeah.
track? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's small things like that
That's a good idea.
I don't know.
I could see them doing some sort of like auditory response, like from the blaster itself
Yeah.
too, like when it registers a hit.
It also has haptic. I read that where it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna shake, which is gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
I'm hoping they put in Magic Band Plus things because
That would be so cute. I love it when my Magic Band when it's not dead. It's usually dead.
no, but like the Magic Band Plus, I feel like they need to seriously start utilizing it more.
Yes.
They did a new thing. I think you were there with me when it happened.
And Tiana's.
No, not in Tiana's. It was World Celebration. So, you know how like when you're watching Spaceship Earth and like when it lights up, you're like your
Oh
Magic Band
yes, yes,
thing.
yes. It was during Luminous, wasn't
It
it?
was during Luminous, but also when literally anytime you're in World Celebration, it will always match Spaceship Earth,
I
and it'll
love
also
that.
like it's always on, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's a cute little touch.
Yeah. Next thing on the list, which I think you'd be excited for,
I
is the
am.
new Manatee has arrived at Epcot and is viewable for guests. And her name is
Mermaid.
Mermaid.
I'm
That's so
so excited.
cute.
I can't wait to go see her because going to see Lou and Little Joe was like the highlight of my day. I loved them. I can't remember which one left again because I forgot. But I'm so excited to see Mermaid and how she interacts with the remainder of Lou and Little Joe, whichever one is still there because I can't remember. But I'm so excited. And she also, I saw that she was rescued from a boating accident, which is really similar
Really?
to, yeah, which I think was very similar to Lou's situation because one of the big old manatees had his tail was like half gone
Mm.
from a boating accident, and she has something similar on her tail. So I love that they, you know, it's not a zoo, like they are
Not a
rehabilitating animals,
zoo.
not a zoo. They are rehabilitating the sweet little animals, and I love it. I'm so excited to go see her because she looks so much smaller too because she's little. I'm so excited to see. Little, she's probably as tall as me, but still.
Also, this is also off of a tangent. How cool would it be like if they sold merch of like Manatee
I
or like
would
Mermaid?
buy it.
But
I
also
love the Disney
they
manatees.
have so you know how they have the purple martin nests in between, like they have like they're like the little white structures.
Yes,
Yeah. They're selling little purple martin bird plushes and they're like
that's
13 bucks.
dude.
And it's like something that you'd put on your dash.
Make a manatee one,
Like,
please.
guys, come on.
Please.
Anyways,
Just one more thing for me to buy.
Next things next is there was a cooler fire at the France Pavilion at Epcot. You guys saw it. I saw it. You saw it. Everyone saw it.
It was a nasty looking fire too. The
Literally,
smoke.
I was on a cruise when it was happening, and I think I had 50 people text me, "Are you okay?" Like expecting me to be there, like that, like my own home is on fire. Which yes, I'm fine. It was two of my friends were there when it happened.
Oh really? Did they?
You know one of them. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
And she was in the Orange Blossom, which is the Odyssey Pavilion.
Okay.
Literally, and that's the way the smoke was going. And she's like, I saw the blackest smoke I've ever seen in my life. And
so
I was going to go to Ratatouille, and I literally turned around.
Yeah.
So the pavilion didn't catch fire. A cooler caught fire. I don't know what else to say. No one got injured. Everything's fine.
It happens, like, but it is. I think it's funny when real world things happen in the parks because the bubble is broken for like 2 seconds, and then
you're like,
yeah, and then you remember where you are, like you are still on planet Earth, and you're like, oh yeah, stuff does happen.
That is a cool way to put it.
Yeah.
like
it's just like it's like when I see an email from school like come up on my phone while we're at Disney, I'm like,
bubble pop. I'm just gonna start saying that like my bubble just popped.
Yes.
My Disney bubble just popped.
Yes, and then you have to do something to refresh. Last time we were there, we had a situation where the bubble got major popped, and we had to process it for about 25 minutes, and then we were like, "Oh, we're okay now."
Yeah,
like,
there was many bubble pops in that moment.
There were,
Anyways.
but it was okay because then we rode Tiana's and it was great.
Anyways, also happening at Epcot. I love talking about Epcot in case you didn't know.
Really had no idea.
Epcot.
I'm shocked.
They announced the name of the lounge coming to Spaceship Earth's post show. It was the former Siemens Lounge. It is called Geo 82, and it's going to be opening in 2025. It is going to be open for reservations, and it's going to be 21 and up. It's going to feature a bourbon-heavy menu. It's also going to have other drinks, and then it's going to have small bar bites. So I can't go in because I'm not 21, but I'll be very excited to go for my 21st and be able to say I walked into Geo 82.
I can go. Ha!
You can go in. And I'll just be waiting outside. And I'm just like, can you bring me anything?
Yeah, I will say the bars at Disney, like the oh my gosh, Oga's Cantina, and I liked Oga's. Oga's was cool, but it's not a lot of food. Like it's literally just Chili's chips. It feels like for like $20, and it's just like if I'm gonna go anywhere, like that is not where I'm going. Like I'm gonna go to Connections and get a big old slice of pizza. Like so it's not my scene, but like I would still go because I'm sure it's cool
The
in
thing
there.
that's going to be nice is if people, I feel like these things are more for like people who constantly are going to the parks,
Yes, agreed.
where it's like you'll go and literally have a drink.
Yeah.
But it's a very small market that they're catering towards, and I am here for it. Um, a lot of people go to Epcot to drink around the world for their 21st. For my 21st, I'm just walking in there and saying that I went to Geo 82. That's literally going to be it. But I'm excited. Like, I don't know if you've seen the concept art.
I
It's
have not.
very different from what it's been. It's like a lot more like gold and wood
Oh,
accents.
that's cool.
So it's a lot more like homey. And,
Nice.
it
I
gives me
mean, I'm
more.
sure it'll be cool. I'm excited to see
It's
what it
going to
is.
give me ideas for my home.
Oh.
Because, like, I don't know about you, but I feel like Epcot feels very sterile. Very much like it doesn't feel homey. It feels more like hospital. Not in a bad way, but like
No, I hear it though. I see it.
it's
Like,
very clean. It's very modern. It's very
mhm,
like
I agree.
it has its theming, it has its vision, it has everything, but it's very much like I am visiting somewhere. I'm not homing somewhere, and I feel like Geo
Yeah,
82 is like I'm homing somewhere.
I like that.
So
That's a good way to put
my bubble will never pop in World Celebration
it.
unless Ratatouille catches fire again, and I'm like, huh.
Yeah, truth.
Also, speaking going back to the fire, this is like the second fire in World Showcase that like has been heavily reported.
What are we doing in World
The
Showcase,
first
guys?
one was Harmonious when the barge caught fire,
Oh yes, I
and
love Harmonious.
that happened like oh gosh, that happened like a couple weeks after the 40th anniversary of the park, so like late October 2022, and Harmonious went away in April of 2023, and they ran half the pyro for literally the whole entire time. They never fixed it except for New Year's for the one night that they fixed the pyro. But it's like the best way I can explain it is if you're watching Happily Ever After and only one side of the fireworks were working and
That'd
the
be
other side was
so.
just empty.
Yeah,
So,
that's funny.
well, there was actually a fire when they were testing Enchantment for the 50th.
Wow, that would make sense.
There was a large, I don't say large, but a substantial fire at like the back log mortar site. I don't know
Okay.
what to call it. And they literally ran the fireworks without any fireworks, or like they ran the show without the fireworks. So it's just it was weird.
That's crazy.
Anyway, sorry, going off on tangents.
We're really good at that.
Grand Fiesta Tour reopened with refurbishments. Nothing drastic.
I have lots of opinions on this.
Yeah, go.
I'd like, guys, why are we putting money into an attraction that is literally a 5 minute wait time, and then when you do the refurbishment, you barely change anything, and it's still kind of bad?
Okay, but same could be said for Buzz Lightyear.
That ride's good though. Like that ride always has like I see it
Yeah,
get up into like
but also they're
45
adding
minutes.
things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just feel like with Grand Fiesta, like I think that ride would be so much better if the story was told through animatronics and not screens.
Well,
Like,
but originally there were no animatronics whatsoever. Then they added the animatronics in, and then the animatronics kept breaking, falling
yes.
over. But
I don't know. Like that's the ride I ride when my feet hurt and everything else is too high of wait time.
so it's like the default fallback.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like if they were gonna put money into it instead of I don't know like fixing the freaky faces on the Frozen animatronics, like
Make it a Coco ride. What?
if they were gonna do that, like I feel like it should have been more drastic of an upgrade because like I watched the videos and it was just like okay the sound system's different, the screens are different. It's like a screen instead of a projector or something like that. But I'm like, it looked the exact same to me. Like, maybe I'm just not. I'm not a Grand Fiesta fanatic, but it.
Aficionado.
Yes, it just. And I was like, why? There's so many other things we could be doing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to complain that Disney's putting money into an attraction because at this point, literally anything is fantastic
Mhm.
because we need it. Well, we don't need it, but it's like
We're fighting
it's
Epic
needed.
Universe. It's a war.
I say it's not needed, but it's needed.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, there could have been, I feel like there could have been other upgrades. And I know I'm not a ride engineer, so I don't know like the intricacies that prevent them from upgrading certain things other than others. But like, I mean, Kylo needs to be fixed in Rise of the Resistance.
I think the biggest thing that needs to be done is
And Tiana, oh Lord.
oh, don't even. But I'm a big fan of them refurbishing attractions and literally, yes, changing scenes, adding something new, literally plussing the ride experience. I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like the next thing that they should be doing is Frozen Ever After,
agreed.
making those animatronics no longer screen faces,
Yes.
or at least trying to salvage what it is.
Yeah. And I do like updates. It just these updates did not seem important to me.
Yeah. For
Personally.
how long Grand Fiesta Tour was closed.
Yes. I'm like, what were you doing in there? Like, again, not a ride engineer, but
It
like,
might have been the animatronic. I don't know.
yeah.
Anyways, next thing on the list, we're going to be moving on over to
Hollywood Studios. There's a
Sabi,
new pin for Hollywood Studios, guys. It's really
we
cute.
saw it. It's an open edition pin, and it's like a
Really
logo
cute.
pin.
It's so cute. It's
I've
got the same vibes as like if you've seen the Hollywood Tower Hotel ones that they have with like Mickey and Minnie as bellhops. It reminds me, well, Mickey the bellhop, Minnie's a glamorous queen per usual. But it
per
reminded
usual.
it reminded me of that, and I was like, that's really cute. I'm probably gonna buy that one.
Also, going back, I looked up. I thought you were talking last week about the Starbucks tumblers, and I was like, oh, it's red and gold, right? And then like you explained it to me, I looked it up. Why is that red?
Wait, which one are we talking
Like the
about?
Starbucks tumbler, where it's like the logo that says Hollywood Studios that you haven't gotten, because it's like that weird, like, I'm gonna say mistletoe red.
Oh, we're talking about the Discovery Series
Yeah,
mugs. Oh, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and I'm just like, ugh,
I
I
don't
don't.
know. The color choices for the Discovery Series I thought were very interesting. Animal Kingdom and Epcot ones, I love them. I think they were like
Perfect.
nail on the head. Magic and Hollywood, I was like,
Magic Kingdom should have been pink.
yes, Magic should have been heavier on the pink, and then Dumbo should not have looked like that. I'm gonna say that again for the second week in a row. Dumbo should not have looked like that. I'm gonna find a picture of it for the Instagram post I do for this because it's absolutely terrifying. The tote bag is cute, but Dumbo's still on it, so I'm not gonna buy it. I love Dumbo
We should
and
just get a
ruined
piece of
him.
like black electrical tape and just like censor it.
Oh my gosh, it's horrifying. Like it looks like a creepy Renaissance baby painting.
I
Like,
haven't like looked.
sorry, I got Renaissance babies on the brain because I
Oh
almost did
my
that as an
god.
icebreaker today. But yeah, it could have been different. And if you've seen the Hollywood Studios one, it's like it's not the Hollywood Studios like red and gold. It's like a beachy red and gold.
It's
It
the
just
best way
doesn't
I can explain it.
fit.
It's a mistletoe red, like it's a Christmas
Yeah,
red.
yeah, and like I did almost buy it because I like the drawings on it, but I don't know.
It'd be really nice if it was a Jollywood one. If they
Oh
made that
my
like.
gosh, and they made a Jollywood one. Yes, Jollywood merch this year suck though. Like maybe fix that.
Anyways,
Sorry, I'm just
next
on
thing.
tangents.
We love going on tangents. Savi's Workshop is debuting new experiences and scrap
That's
pieces
so
at
cool.
Disney's Hollywood Studios. I don't know what this means. They have it, or they're bringing it over for Star Wars Celebration, or I forgot what it's called. Over
Oh,
in Disneyland, and then it's coming
okay.
over here as well.
I'm wondering if I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Um, Death Star popcorn bucket.
Yes, yes. Well, that is not in Savi's Workshop, but that's okay.
No, the
I do want that Death Star popcorn bucket.
projection show on the spires.
He's really into that. He literally looked at Century Tower the other day at UF and was like, "What if they did a projection show on Century Tower?" I was like,
I didn't say
"Andrew,
projection.
yes, you did."
Okay, but like, how cool would it be if you were in Marston studying? Also, if you guys don't go to UF, I'm so sorry. We're going to talk about UF for like
It's a
2 minutes.
tower,
It's
big
the
brick
clock
tower, and a library right across the
But
street.
if you don't want to hear about UF, skip ahead 2 minutes. And if we're not talking if we're talking about UF for another 2 minutes, darn, that sucks. But like, what if you were in Marston studying and they projection mapped the score of a basketball game?
That'd be cute.
Like,
unless we were losing, but we're not losing because we're doing great. Moving on to the Elite Eight, baby.
but like, if they projection map stuff like that, or like,
no, that would be cool.
top 5 university, or stuff for like Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
No, that would be
and
really cool.
Merry Christmas, all like little things like that.
See, that's not what he said though. He said show. Anyway,
I didn't say show.
yes, you did.
Anyways, welcome back if you skipped.
Yes, Savi's I'm really excited about because I'm wondering if it's going to be like because how they're changing sorry. They're changing Star Tours to add like some newer characters. Like I haven't done Savi's yet, but my current understanding is it's like Yoda's kind of guiding you through the thing. I'm wondering if they're gonna change it to like kind of a new character. Like
When I did it, it was I didn't do it. I went in with my dad, and it was during COVID. They literally had him pick out like a hill. They never had him make it. They literally said, "Which one do you want?" Okay, they went into the back, picked up the box, gave it to him, and
oh, that
say, "All
sucks.
right, go pay for your thing," and it was or go pay for your blade, and then walked out. Which, to be honest, my dad wanted to make a Darth Vader lightsaber. That's what he was there for. So it
Yeah,
was a great experience for him. But it's like,
yeah,
can we have a little bit more variety?
yes.
So
I'm definitely gonna do it one day though. I'm like,
that's gonna be exciting.
I,
We did do photos at Galaxy's
mm-hmm.
Edge.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. I didn't think that was going to happen. And in that line is where we figured out that Tony Baxter was at Epcot. We walked right
Yes.
past him. We had no idea that it was him.
Well, okay. I looked over and I
And
was
we're
like,
"What's that
that
line
looks
for?"
like Tony. Like I thought it was like that looks like an Imagineer. I didn't my brain didn't go Tony Baxter in the moment. I was like, that looks like an Imagineer. And then I was like, oh, it's probably not. We just
And then I got the thing on my phone. I'm like, "Tony Baxter's at Epcot," and we were just there.
yeah. So we did our lightsaber photos, which I looked kind of constipated in mine.
You look good in yours. I don't know what you're talking
Oh, thanks. I really don't. That's good.
about. Okay.
I love the lightsaber photo pass though. It's really fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to do that, I don't think that it's always there, but it's where the Star Cruiser got out of Galaxy's Edge, like in that like area they built for the Star Cruiser.
Yeah.
Anyways, Disney also shared a first look inside of Villains Unfairly Ever After, the new stage show coming to Hollywood Studios. The stage is huge. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like
I've seen the concept art. I just haven't seen the like actual.
it's exact. Disney putting a piece of concept art exact to what it is in real life has been like few and far between.
Yeah.
But like it looked great. Like
Yeah.
I didn't because it's in that what is it? The Sunset Showcase building near
Mhm.
Rock and Roller Coaster. And I was like, okay, it's not a lot of space. I've been in there when it was Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy.
Sorry.
And then when it wasn't that and it was just a flex space. But like the stage is huge.
I wonder
Like
if they like pushed back somehow. I don't know.
I think that because have you done Racing Academy?
No, I remember where it was, but I never did it. I was not in my car phase then.
Oh, it's okay. But like think of like a boxed building, and then instead of having the stage in the back, it was the whole entire theater was diagonal through the back. It was weird.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm excited for this though.
But this stage show, I think when they when they were building Shanghai Disneyland, they did like an Imagineering like showcase of like effects that they want to use or they wanted to use and like playtest for guests for Shanghai, and they did an experience over near or literally where the entrance for Toy Story Land is. And I feel like this might be a little bit of playtesting for Villains Land at Magic Kingdom.
That's a really smart idea. It probably is. I'm really excited for the new villains like expansion that they're starting to do because I feel like the merch for the villains has always been pretty good. Like the big three. Like is it three? Maleficent, Evil Queen, and probably Cruella. Yeah. So I'm excited, and Captain Hook is supposedly in this, and I can't tell you why, but he's my favorite villain. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, like the poster for them. Also, this stage show opens alongside the new Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure stage show, the reimagined version that you've found at the park for a while. It's opening May 27th.
Happy birthday, Becky!
You get 2 stage shows. But basically, I think this might be playtesting to see like which characters get the most applause, which characters don't, and all that kind of stuff. Like, how cool would it be if it's like choose your own villain?
That would be really cool. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for the possibility of Villains Land because like
but they need to nail it on the head.
They do because they could get corny really quick if they're not intentional,
like,
which I know they will be intentional.
I need it to be dark and scary. We got rid of It's Tough to Be a Bug. We need a scary attraction in the parks. Come on, guys. Come on, Imagineering. Let's get it together.
Yes. I feel like I need Villains Land. Like, I love Disney Descendants, but I don't need Disney Channel vibes. I need, like, dark, creepy villain vibes, not Mal.
I don't think they would do Mal. I think...
No, I mean, like, the vibe of Descendants.
Oh, yeah.
It's, like,
I feel like Descendants was overproduced.
There was too much going on.
Anyways,
That's a conversation for another day.
that'd be fun for a
ranking
Halloween episode.
ranking Disney Channel movies.
That'd be fun.
Yes.
Anyways, also announced at Star Wars Celebration in Japan, there's going to be a Disney Parks panel. Hopefully, we're going to get more news on the Mandalorian and Grogu updates to Smuggler's Run.
So excited for that.
Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm just hoping for some sort of announcement. Maybe that's where they finally announce the Death Star popcorn bucket.
I was just about to say, if they do that, we'll be happy.
Like literally, that's all I want. Because guys, how cool would it be to have a Death Star popcorn bucket? We were so close to getting a Death Star popcorn bucket, like as a joke. So we went on Utopia of the Seas, and we were in port with the Fantasy and the Wish. I'm like, literally went up to my dad. I'm like, Dad, how funny would it be if you? So each cruise has like a Facebook page for each sailing. If my dad joined the Facebook group for one of the two ships sailing, they bought a popcorn bucket and he met them at the port and they gave it to him.
That'd be really funny. I'm surprised you didn't do that for the bit.
I mean, I don't want the popcorn bucket that much, but like,
He's lying.
no, but like,
We will get it one day. It will
I feel
happen.
like it's an experience that I want to film of, like, rather than just like easy way out. Like, I need to wait for. I don't
That's
know.
true. I think they will eventually bring it over because I feel like there's only so much they can do at Disneyland that they have to do it at Disney World and
They
vice
have to do
versa.
constant new things at Disneyland because everyone is a local.
Yes, and that's valid.
So
But like we're getting Cars. I mean, it's not the exact same Cars Land, but it's been a couple years. I'm sure everyone complained and wanted it in Magic Kingdom. So
everyone and their mom has been asking for Cars Land to come to Walt Disney World.
yes,
And we are finally getting that shot and people are complaining.
exactly.
Anyways,
I'm so excited for this next bit.
oh
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. Disneyland Paris is having a Lion King log flume ride. I'm so excited.
so in the YouTube,
Not that I'm going back in time. Sorry.
in the YouTube series, we call it Imagineering. We got a look at the model. That was also on the shareholders call. I love money things. It was crazy. So we got to look at the model for the land or the log flume attraction. Think of Splash Mountain, but instead of Chickapin Hill with the tree trunk on the top, it's Pride Rock on the top going out to the side.
So cool.
And then we also saw a model for one of the indoor scenes, and it looks like a pretty large set piece. The only question that I do have is Paris has snow,
Mhm.
and it's cold,
Mhm.
and it's cloudy.
Mhm.
Log flume,
Yeah.
snow, do not mix. Well, I would say the same thing because Tokyo Disneyland has snow and they have Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sure they just have to adapt it. Again, I don't know the science behind that, but like
Me neither, but who
yeah.
knows?
That's
Boo-hoo.
I feel like that attraction would do really well in Animal Kingdom too. So like I'm not saying they're
The
gonna
way
bring
that
it.
I think that this was probably planned for Animal Kingdom,
And then they
they're
just
like,
moved it. Guys, like we could use another mountain in Animal Kingdom. Like
the
Magic has
mountains are
like
gone.
20. I'm being dramatic.
We lost one.
That's true. We did. The mountains are calling.
Also, this is exciting. There's a new crossbody pin folio and a Stitch 25th pin now available online. So this crossbody is more of like a, best way I can explain it is like a Vera Bradley crossbody purse.
I'm looking it up right now so you can get my
And then
reaction.
and then the 25th pin is just Stitch in like a Main Street Dapper Dan outfit holding like a 25 medallion. While
that's
she's oh, do you
cute.
see it?
Oh, I'm looking it up. Sorry. I was responding
No,
to
it's
what you
okay.
just said.
I'll go to the next thing. There's also, if you guys have been to Epcot recently, you might have seen that there's a lot of construction at the very back of the Canada Pavilion. It was announced that a DVC Welcome Home Center is coming to the Canada Pavilion, and it's going to feature Polynesian rooms. Because when I think of Canada Pavilion at Epcot, I think of Polynesian Island Tower rooms. I think this is okay. I would rather not have Polynesian rooms, but also the DVC Welcome Home Center. Currently at the Polynesian is a little bit like shoehorned into the back corner of the lobby. It's yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm complaining a little bit too much. It's literally to showcase off rooms that you would get if you signed up for DVC. So
Where's the announcement for this? Oh, I see.
it
Oh,
was a
I
while.
see it. I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it. Oh, see. Okay, yes. I have that bag but just not the 25th version.
Oh, it's a 25th version.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
like oh my gosh. Okay, so Walt Disney World News Today website hates me. If I'm looking at the thing you're looking at, it's like is it like the little pin folio that I have?
Yeah,
Yes, but on the inside, it's got really cool like
25th.
25th branding.
That's cool.
Yes, we still have yet to go to the GoPin Pro shop in Orlando. I follow them on Instagram now, and I keep looking at their stuff, and I want to go so bad.
I think you sent it to me and you're like, I am going with you. And I'm like,
Yes,
okay.
yes, I'm like you will be coming with me because we have to film the whole thing anyway. So anyway,
That's exciting. I'm excited to do like on location things.
yes.
Yeah.
By the way, we're going to Busch Gardens in like
Tomorrow, not tomorrow, 2 days.
I was like, bro, it's Thursday.
I will be at Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World on Saturday.
Because he's insane.
And
I
then
want
Busch
to
Gardens
go,
on
but I have
Sunday.
a project.
No, it's I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. But yeah, also what's the word? It's tough to be a bug closed, and they gave away the. It's tough to be a bug closed, and I didn't go back after I said I was gonna go back. It's fine. Timing just didn't work out, but it's tough to be a bug closed. I need to keep saying it so I emotionally accept the fact that it's tough to be a bug closed. And on the last day, they brought back the bug glasses. So when we got it,
Oh
it
yeah,
was
there
like
were.
the Muppet Vision 3D glasses.
Yeah, that's true. It was.
And I was like, oh, okay. But then they brought back the bug glasses, and then they gave them to the audience as a
It's cute.
souvenir because I think people were permanently borrowing them and not bringing them back once they were done with them when they announced that it was closing. So they brought them back, and then they're just like, okay, well, we don't need them anymore. Have fun.
Yeah.
Um, and fun fact, they're on eBay for a lot of money now because you're weird. I bought Flight of Passage glasses. I'm like,
Hey, I was about to
words.
say.
Also, next thing on the list, we are exiting parks at Walt Disney World. Disney Springs got new interactive directories over in the landing and like town center area. It has updated map features, advertisement when they're not in use, and they're interactive and they have a movable map when in use.
Oh, that's cool. That'd be really
So
helpful.
I don't know if like the last time I've been to Disney Springs, but those like directories, those big things, like always made loud like whirring sounds, and then just like they were always not working.
I'm dead.
But like you remember them? They're just like, oh,
Yeah.
they're just weird. Anyways,
Uh-huh.
I think the last time I saw them like fully working was during COVID when they had to have the signage up saying
Oh.
put your mask on, you can't do this, you can't do that and stuff. So
Yes. Oh my gosh.
also next thing on the list, we're going overseas. Tokyo Disneyland is going to be celebrating its 42nd anniversary, and it's going to have PhilharMagic themed merchandise for the 42nd. So that's a big thing they do in Tokyo is they always theme their merchandise for like if it's like the 41st, the 42nd, the 43rd, like they'll theme it to an attraction.
That's interesting. I was like, because when I read 42nd, I was like, why are we celebrating the 42nd? But like, that's cool.
I love Tokyo Disneyland.
Good for them, man.
Also, out of Tokyo Disneyland, they're going to be releasing a merchandise collection made of recycled cast uniforms.
That's really cool.
So it's going to be like handbags, backpacks, and like things like that.
That's cute.
And then they also did something where they asked fans to vote what merchandise collections and items they want to bring back to the stores, and they're releasing it online for them. Walt Disney World, Disneyland, take some notes, please.
Yeah, you're the same company.
I feel like it'd be well, actually no.
Or oh, that's
the land
right,
company owns them.
That's true. Forgot about that. My bad.
But
My bad.
how cool would it be if they like for the 25th they did something like bring back a pin collection?
Oh my gosh!
Like,
and
collectors would go feral,
and they could spell it for a butt ton of money too, because like we're gonna pay it.
Yeah,
because we're suckers.
And then also out of Tokyo Disney's resort, Fantasy Springs at Tokyo Disney Sea will have a standby lines next month. So for the longest time, you had to literally get to the park at like 7 a.m. and then like virtual queue drop your way into a standby line.
That's
and
crazy.
You wouldn't be able to get onto every single attraction, or you might be able to, you might not, or you had to buy a vacation package, which I priced it out for 2 people to do it for hotel, food, rides, attractions, all that kind of stuff. It was almost $3,000.
Oh dang.
And that's like hotel and everything. But it's like seeing that cost up front, and then even the rides you pick change the cost.
That's crazy.
Like, whoa.
That's crazy.
And
Yeah.
that's like right now the only way that a lot of people can really experience all of these attractions. If they're visiting for the one and only time they're going to Fantasy Springs.
Oh yeah, they're gonna pay all those prices. Yeah.
Yeah. Like even when Enchanted Tales of um Beauty and the Beast, the attraction over in Tokyo Disneyland
Mhm.
opened, you had to enter a lottery, pay your way to enter a lottery, and then you wouldn't be guaranteed a spot to ride the attraction, but you
That
still had to pay your
sucks.
way in. I don't
That's
know.
crazy. I don't like that at all.
But yeah, people pay it.
That's
The
crazy.
Japanese audience is very different. Next thing on the list is Coco 2 was announced for a 2029 release date. And that was over an earnings call as well. That was when everything was announced for Disneyland Paris, when we got to see a ton of stuff. So, what do you think? I wasn't the biggest fan of Coco when it first came out. Are you the same way?
Yeah, I just didn't like resonate with it like I resonated with Encanto. I think I don't know. I think maybe if I watched it again, I would have a better appreciation for it. I think it was just the time it came out. I was just not. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say the same. I think I just had like the stigma in my brain of like Pixar doesn't do musicals.
Yes, yes.
So
And I
here I
forget
am.
that that's a Pixar. Wow. Okay.
But yeah, Coco 2 is going to be coming out in 2029. I really want to hope, or I really hope that Pixar does also original stories. Win or Lose is so freaking good. You need to
Mm,
watch it.
I keep forgetting about it.
It's like it's a good binge. It's
Okay.
like it's a good like yeah. Anyways,
I will watch it.
moving on, we're gonna be talking a lot of Epic Universe for the next like 15 minutes. I'm
I will
gonna
have
say 15
such a good
minutes.
attitude. Such a good attitude.
Epic Universe is now offering single day tickets, and I now am officially going to Epic Universe. I will be there. I won't be there really when it opens. I'm gonna let it figure itself out. I know team member previews are happening. I know that media is going to be happening soon. But yeah, they just need to. We're gonna figure everything out and all that kind of stuff. Also, Universal Terra Luna Resort opened this week. It has similar issues to the opening of Stella Nova Resort, which is its sister resort. It's a value resort. Nothing really of substance to report on between these two resorts. It's really a clone of its sister hotel. The tiles on the outside look incredible. I don't know if you've
I have not looked at
seen
it.
it. It's a space themed resort. It's not very much
I'll look at it.
a homey resort, is the best way I can explain it. But it's a value resort. It's like if you go to All Star, like it's literally like an All Star resort.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
like it's
I
pretty
love
on the
the All
outside.
Stars.
The inside, I do not like. I will say that
Mm.
bluntly. It
The
is
outside is really pretty. I like the outside.
yeah, like it's like a wow. Like I'm staying at this hotel. Like you won't be able to find that anywhere else. Gonna
Wow.
say it right now, unless someone tries to bootleg it or Universal builds a third one.
The
But
outside looks like cool during the day versus during the night. Like it's
oh, the
different.
night it has stars, like
That's
different
really
starlights,
cool.
so it
That's
looks
a
really
good,
cool.
cool design. I do agree the inside is high key not attractive.
The best way I can explain it is Dockside and Surfside. Those are the two other value resorts that you can find at the Universal Resort.
It's
Um,
giving the Treasures of Xandar, but
yeah,
in a bad way.
like if NASA had an exhibit,
Yes,
it's
that is
Kennedy Space
exactly
Center.
that's exactly what it's giving. Yeah, it's not. I don't hate it, but like,
It's not homey, but then again, someone put this into a very good way online. They said if Disney opened this resort, they would be getting a lot more crap than Universal is right now.
that is very true because Disney is just superior.
But
I
I
think
mean,
it's giving to me. It gives like not cute Tomorrowland vibes. Like it looks very 80s, but not in a nostalgic way, like a tacky way a little bit. I'm
but
not
like
trying to be negative. Like if Disney opened that, I'd be
I've
saying the same thing.
I've been to Stella Nova. I haven't stayed at Stella Nova, but I've been there, and the lobby is fine. But like when you go up to like the decals, like if you saw the decals, like literally they're pixelated.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
The roofs looked kind of nice,
the
but
shop's fine. It's literally a Universal store. It has Epic Universe merch. Look, I'm happy about that.
mhm.
And like the outside's really cool. It's supposed to represent a black hole, like the porte cochere, the overhang in front of the front.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to represent a black hole, so it starts out as like a circular shape on the outside, then it slowly morphs into a point at the door,
Oh, that's
so
kind of
like it
cool.
sucks you in. It's
That's cool.
like no theming. Like that. I don't know. But it's a value resort. I'm not going to complain too much. The All Star resorts are the same exact way where you're literally,
I think it's a nostalgia thing, but I like the All Star resorts.
but like also kids are probably going to go to this. Like if like the All Star resorts opened when we were like our age now, we're like, oh, it's a resort. But Disney doesn't do value resorts that much anymore. They really focus on like refurbishing their resorts or building extensions to them.
Yeah.
And the only new resort that we're getting is a DVC deluxe resort. So I feel like we kind of like have like a different vision in our head of like if Disney did a resort, what would they do for the value resort? So
True.
I don't know. Anyways, we also got a first look at the drones that are going to be coming to Epic Universe for the How to Train Your Dragon Land.
Are they
My
like actual dragons? I haven't looked at
Yeah,
this.
like
Oh.
literally like full blown dragons. Like if you saw the X-wing drones for Rise of the
I'm
Resistance.
looking so many things up
No,
today.
it's okay. These drones look like dragons. I think they flap their wings. I think they make noises.
How
Um,
big are they?
Huge, like SUV car
Oh my
sized.
gosh. Okay.
I mean, look, I'm excited.
No, I think that's cool, but I just wasn't expecting that.
Like my only question is how are these going to be long term? Like a lot of the effects that we're seeing being brought to Epic Universe, my big
Oh,
question is
same.
how are these going to be long term? Is this just going to be an opening year thing? I know Disney did not a drone, they did like a
Oh wow.
paraglider version of I don't if no paraglider is the word, but like a glider version of a dragon for New Fantasyland where they like flew a dragon over New Fantasyland that spit fire out, or a firework out of its mouth.
That's cool.
And that was in 2011 or like 2010. So yeah,
Yeah, these are cool. The one that seems to have been leaked on TikTok was the red one.
yeah,
That's really creepy looking. I don't know what his name is.
but isn't that cool?
That no, it's Hook Fangs.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Like that's actually really neat. I am excited to see what that looks like in person. Because
Hmm.
I think I have these like ideas of what it looks like from what I've seen like concept art and like leaked images, but like I'm excited to see it like
In
full scale.
person.
And
Yeah,
the toothless animatronic.
we got to look at the Toothless and Hiccup meet and greet, and Toothless smiles at the camera. Toothless is an animatronic. I'm really excited for this. I really hope that this is a long term thing. Um, I feel like every single time we've seen them do animatronic meet and greets, it's always been a little bit wishy washy. So I really hope that they figure this out. Um,
Yeah, I will say the release photos, like he's really like cool and interactive, but when he smiles at the camera, it's actually a little terrifying.
but it's cute. Like,
No, it is, but like it looked like this angle specifically. I'm gonna screenshot this and put this on the Instagram post. But like that's just
no,
scary.
because I think they're just trying to figure it out because it took how many years for Disney to perfect Mickey's head?
That's so true. That's true.
Like it's literally if Mickey looks up like this, he's smiling a different way than he's looking down
Mhm.
like this.
Mhm.
So I think they're just trying to figure out, and also I don't know if it's a photopass photographer or I don't know what they call it, like Universal Pictures or
Yeah.
whatever they call it. The person taking the photography or the photos. Um, I feel like this might be a situation if you've been to Disney and done the meet and greets, how they have the robot, like the like a literally a camera mounted into the
Oh,
wall where it's just taking pictures every like 3 seconds.
yeah.
I don't know if it's that because then it would be easier for them to put Toothless up to one area or like one specific spot because they know the camera's going to be there the same exact time every single
Yeah.
time, or it's going to be a person there. But I don't know. I haven't been to Epic Universe. People have. If you have been there, let us know.
Yeah.
Um,
I am excited to see if he's like obviously he's gonna have to have
He's gonna
some sort of
spit fire. You're gonna be able to get food from a quick service restaurant and say, "Cook it." No.
oh, that was way more interesting than what I was gonna say. But if like how artificial intelligence is used in his programming, like if he's gonna be able to like interact based on how guests respond, I think that would be really interesting, especially because like the Mr. Potato Head at Disney like can't do that. Like he has to have somebody controlling his responses.
Yeah,
So I wonder if there's gonna be somebody in a control room in the back
I
like
know that they
poking
have.
toothless buttons.
It's like smile, but I think there was also I know for Super Nintendo World, they have articulated heads and like speech that come out of like Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach, but they have someone on an iPad that's literally in a cast uniform, like on an iPad clicking it,
Like that you can see.
like right in front of them.
Well, that kind of sucks.
But I mean, it's
I mean,
like,
you do what you got to do, but like,
yeah,
eh.
I don't know. I don't know if that's different for Epic Universe, but also another thing is Universal increased their food and beverage pricing before Epic Universe opened. Here are a couple of things that got price increases. One of them was fountain soda, is now $4.79. Disney is also $4.79. Pretzels with cheese is now $7.99. Disney has a little bit more expensive, with a $7.99 pretzel and $1 extra for a cheese, plastic cheese. And then also churros, with chocolate sauce is $6.99. Disney is also $6.99. So for the most part, Disney and Universal have similar pricing. So for people saying Universal is cheaper,
Eh.
um, I think now instead of saying Universal is the cheaper option, and has better options, Universal is now comparable to Disney.
Yeah. And
If
I don't even think you can make the right argument once Epic Universe opens is like maybe that Universal's not as heavy wait times. Am I right in that assumption? I feel like I don't know. But like now I feel like they're gonna be on pretty equal footing because I think Epic Universe is gonna add a new layer to Universal that guests are really gonna be attracted to. Um
This is the first time a theme park has opened since, like, a major theme park has opened since like 1998, 1999 with Animal Kingdom and Islands.
that's crazy. See, I did not realize until approximately 3 days ago that this was an actual park. For some reason I thought this was a
Like land.
land. Yes.
Oh, and you're
Um
like, why are people freaking
I
out
was
over
like,
this?
okay, like cool. But I mean I get it. Like Universal I guess hasn't done that in a while and like really neither has
No
Disney, but
one's
like
done it. Like the
yeah.
last like major theme park opening that I remember is Universal Studios Beijing,
Oh yeah.
which was 2022, and then before that was Shanghai Disneyland.
Yeah. No, I learned it because I got an ad for it, and then I was like, "Oh, well, let me see the things." And then it was like, "Yeah, Universal Orlando 3 parks," and I went, "What?" And then I was like, "Oh, Epic Universe is a
If they're actually
park."
calling it a fourth park, they count their water park as a water theme park, so technically it's a fourth park.
Guys, that's dumb. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I
as
don't
we
know.
can see with this episode of the podcast, it's Andrew has done all of the research, which is typically every week, and then I just provide my very biased opinions. You're welcome.
Look, I mean, people are looking for that because, you know, not everyone needs to be well versed in every single thing. Like there's things that I don't know about pins that you know everything about. And it's like
It's fun. We're just,
we're just along for the ride.
we are.
Like we're experiencing these parks as much as you guys are.
Yeah.
Next thing on the list for Epic Universe
Oh my god.
is we got a new look at the nighttime lighting package for Epic Universe, and there's a lot of synchronized lights, similar to Epcot's World Celebration, except fountains are included.
Oh, that's cool.
So the best way I can explain Epic Universe's style is like a hub and spoke. Except there's three major hubs, where it's like three large, like central areas. Two of those being bodies of water, and one of those bodies of water has like a huge like fountain package, and it's going to
Oh.
be synchronized with the nighttime spectacular that is going to be on the level of Magic Kingdom's fireworks, from what it seems like through testing, um, and all that whole entire center land has lighting that's all synced up. And when I tell you it's like three times the size of World Celebration and
Mm.
it's all synced up and it's all working, I really hope that this continues to work because it looks very similar to how World Celebration looked when it was just about to open. And here we are today with a lot of the things not working. Now, these are two very different companies who one of which had the advantage and saw what happened and what works and what doesn't work. And then there's also Disney who learned through trial by fire. So
Yeah, I do think Universal is definitely profiting on the fact that Disney has already experienced and experimented with a lot of the things that they're implementing in Epic Universe. And a lot of the Imagineers, as we've talked about,
scooted over
have.
to Universal because of the Lake Nona move that is now no longer happening. So
Yeah, so it's like, of course, and obviously both like teams of people at each company are incredibly talented individuals and good at what they do. So it's obviously going to be awesome. I do really want to go just because haven't been Universal in forever, as we all know. But I also really want to see what this is going to be like and what the experience feels like. But I'm like also debating like it's going to be really crowded. And do I want to pay the
but
money?
also think about, when they do theme park expansions, they control the capacity in the beginning.
That's true.
So they aren't selling as many tickets as they would to have like a full capacity park. Like
That's true.
they're still like slowly working up to it. Like they're having issues now with certain attractions. Like the Harry Potter Battle of the Ministry attraction is not running right now, like
Oh,
whatsoever.
I forgot they were adding new Harry Potter stuff. Wait,
There's
guys,
gonna
I
be
don't
a
remember
butterbeer
anything.
crepe and macarons. So if it gets
So
you to go to Epic
basically, we're
Universe,
gonna go this summer.
look, if you can find the money to pay for a ticket, like, whoa, it's like $175, $190.
That's
Anyways,
unfortunate. We'll find it
next
though.
thing on the list is team member previews. I feel like a broken record at this point. Team member previews have been extended again into April. We heard from some media sites, or I've heard, that they pushed back the media dates for Epic Universe. I think this is because Harry Potter and the Battle of the Ministry is still not running in the park, and that is like a Rise to Resistance level attraction.
Mm.
It's a brand new ride system. It is very new. It is very scary. It is
Is it
very
trackless?
the best way I can explain it is if you mashed um, Tower of Terror with Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey and like Star Tours.
Dang.
Like I
Okay.
don't know how to explain it, but it's like think of like a Tower of Terror ride vehicle on a motion axis on a track.
Don't like that. Sorry, the Tower of Terror ride vehicle freaks me out whenever it like breaks from the elevator and goes in the room.
You're like, ooh.
I hate it. I hate the rectangularness of it, and then when you get off the ride and then it rotates in that other
It
square
doesn't
room,
make sense for me. It
it
doesn't make sense.
stresses me out. Like I love Tower of Terror, but just thinking about that makes me so anxious, and I don't know why.
It's just a weird thing. I feel yeah.
Yeah,
But
everything makes me anxious. That's okay. Sorry.
also we also got first photos released of each land, and concept art is exact to the real thing. Now a lot of people are like, oh wow, Universal did this and Universal did that. When they released this concept art, the land was pretty much done.
Mm.
I think that was a big thing for Epic Universe that they did really well, and I feel like Disney needs to learn from it. Is when you release a lot of your concept art and a lot of your details, your attraction needs to be under construction, and it needs to be 40-50% done before you announce
Yeah.
it, because the big thing that Universal does with its marketing is they don't say squat for a very, 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 very long time. Now Epic Universe, they did announce Epic Universe, and they gave like a broad thing of concept art and then all that kind of stuff, but they didn't really announce details, like minute details, until like the land was done ish and people were like putting the pieces together themselves. Like another example for Velocicoaster, is they literally built a whole entire roller coaster during COVID, and they like the Twitter account kept saying that it was a churro stand that they were building, a very elaborate churro stand,
Okay, wait, that's really funny.
and they just like kept going on this like gag that they were just building this insane churro stand,
Honestly,
and
I would eat
then
that up. Like, do that.
and then here's the kicker: when the attraction officially opened and like they announced the attraction and like it was for the most part done and people found the plans and all that kind of stuff, where it's like people kind of poke around and try to like find it. They're like, okay, well, we're still building it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um, when the attraction opened on the opening day, when people were getting off, they were giving them churros and say, hey, it's a churro stand. Hey, it's a churro stand.
That's really good.
And like they were just marketing off of the fact that they were just making fun of themselves. And I feel like Disney seriously needs to do that, where they
Yeah.
need to be building these attractions now for when you're demolishing all of Rivers of America.
Like, we got to know what's going in there, you know.
Like we've known about Villains Land since 2022 and we haven't seen construction whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be like 10 years since that announcement and we're finally going to truly get it, is what I'm feeling. So
Probably.
I feel like it's more of a waiting game, and like Universal is more of like a fun like treasure hunt of
Surprise.
like, what are you doing over there? Oh, we're doing nothing. Don't
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 look
don't
at
look
it.
over there. Go over here. It's
actually
fine.
a plumbing
The
problem.
water's great. You should
Yes.
try it over here. Don't look over there. It's fine.
Yes.
But they seriously had so much fun with it, and like Epic Universe is going to be a great addition to the Orlando theme park adventure. And I'm excited to see what happens. I just really, with a lot of these elements, I'm really worried to see its longevity. I think Universal can really nail it on its head if they the idea that I've been hearing from a lot of people is saying the park can't just be good, it has to be epic. We have to cross every single line. We need to break the mold of every single attraction we've ever done. Like we're
Yeah.
topping everything.
Yeah.
Where it's like this is what we're giving. Like think of like a Tokyo Disney Sea level park.
Yeah.
They're trying to do that, and I think they just longevity wise need to keep it up.
No, for sure. Because we've seen with Disney how things break. And honestly, like, personally, I don't care when things break at Disney. I'm like, it's whatever. Like, I'm not five.
My only question
But,
is, I feel like we've been conditioned to learn that it's okay for it to be broken
and
because
that's
so many
probably
things
true.
are broken.
That's probably true. It just, for some reason, it doesn't bother me. But I will say, if I were to go to Universal and things were broken, I'd be like, LOL.
I mean,
But, like,
but it's like at this point, like before, I would be mad if things were broken, and I would be mad if like stuff wasn't working the way that it was supposed to be working. But it's like I feel like now I've just been conditioned to understand that it's broken, and I have to accept that and move on.
mhm.
But when every single thing eventually gets broken, is anything like is it
Yeah.
work it's not working in the way that it's originally supposed to. Yes, it's great that they're putting things to remedy that, but it's like at this
Yeah.
point, like that's a fail safe. That's not the solution.
Yeah, true, true.
So,
True, true, true.
anyways, also in Epic Universe news,
Last thing.
Epic Universe Express passes are now on sale and includes all attractions except Dragon Racers Rally, which is a flat ride in the Isle of Berkland. Minecart Madness, which is the Donkey Kong roller coaster. It has really bad capacity, like Peter Pan level capacity.
Yikes.
Um, and then Harry Potter and the Battle of Ministry also does not have Universal Express. However, Minecart Madness and Battle of the Ministry have single rider options, so you still have an option to skip the standby line. And I think the reason why Minecart Madness doesn't have the Express is because of its capacity, and Battle of the Ministry is a new attraction that they are waiting to put in the Express. So
Yeah.
I think they're just like waiting and play testing.
Yeah. Why are we building a new ride with bad capacity?
I mean, it's a kids attraction. Like
Oh,
you
it's
can't.
kids riding?
Yeah, it's think of like what is it called?
A Slinky Dog?
Sure, Slinky Dog, Seven Dwarfs,
Okay.
where it's like no, like yes, it has a launch, but it's like the best way I can explain it. If you've ever played Donkey Kong, it's like a minecart that jumps from track to track. You are literally jumping from track to track.
Okay.
So like similar to how like Dumbo works, like there's an arm in the side of the ride, and the track that you're looking at isn't the track you're on. It's actually like jumping and
Oh, that's
like making
interesting.
sense. So it's like more of like a fun thing. But I feel like also it has that issue of it's such a heavily themed attraction. People are going to think it's so much more. And I feel like people need to understand that.
Yeah.
Anyways, we also got a first look out of Epic Universe, Epic. We got our first look at Cotino Bay. Both residents and visitors must pay to experience the lagoon. So this is um, the neighborhood thing that Disney's building in the desert, and it's
Oh.
like a neighborhood themed to Disney.
Okay, see, I've heard about this, but not this one. There were rumors supposedly that they were doing that in North Carolina.
Yeah, they are.
They
That's the
are?
next one. Yeah,
Okay. Mom and dad.
but you have to pay for like a membership to use the pool. Like,
If I was living in a Disney neighborhood, would I be upset about that? Yes. Would I still pay for it? Yes.
well,
I don't think that's a great move. I think let me see what they have in it before I'm like,
it's like the lagoon pools. So like the huge like 14-acre pool where it has like the
oh,
boats and the paddle boarding and the swimming and the surfing
okay.
and like all that kind of
Like
stuff.
I kind of see what
Where
I'm
it's
looking
not
at.
just a pool.
That kind of makes sense.
Anyways, moving on, if you thought Epic Universe was long, the Disneyland 70th anniversary news is longer.
Oh dear lord.
So I'm just going to try to rapid fire this. Disneyland 70th is going to be starting in May, and it's going to be going on for around a year. And we got we got the news that the Muppets are going to be crashing the World of Color Happiness show. It's going to be a pre-show. World of Color Happiness is the new Disneyland 70th show. It's going to have hosts from the Inside Out 2 movie.
Love that.
And it's going to include Turning Red, Incredibles, a Goofy movie, Tangled, Encanto, and more. They also said this show is interactive.
That's interesting.
I've never seen like a night show be interactive. That's
Yeah, I'm
interesting.
interesting how they're gonna do that.
Boys to Men is also going to be doing a rendition of Rainbow Connection in the
That's
show,
cool.
and they're going to be doing a new original song by Fitz called "Makes Me Want to Move." Now, I don't know about you. I think it's on my driving playlist. You might have heard it. The current World of Color show called World of Color One has a show or a song called "Start a Wave."
Mhm.
I love, live, and die by that song. It's
Okay.
one of my favorite like original songs. The one of the people that sang in Greatest Showman
Okay, that's cool.
sings
Cool.
in it.
Cool.
So
Okay.
it's like a really like nice song that like you can take out of World of Color and it's good. Um,
Mhm.
I don't know how I feel about this makes me want to move song. I don't know if I like that title. I feel like I'm judging a book, but I'm literally judging a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Like,
Interesting. I have no opinion. So, for once, I have no opinion.
were you silent or were you silenced?
We don't know. We're not sure.
Also, Wondrous Journeys is returning to Disneyland Park and is basically the happily ever after version of or the happily ever after for the East Coast. When I tell you this show is literally incredible, they have like a whole entire section where it's like a medley of like four Disney characters. It's
Oh, that's cute.
what is it? Oh my gosh, it's Belle, Quasimodo, Moana, and Hercules.
I can get behind
And
that.
it's like an I want melody of like I'm want to go on this adventure, and it's like all them
Oh,
singing together. I'll show it to
that's
you after this.
that's
Oh my
really
gosh,
cute. I like that a lot.
like it's one of the soundtracks, one of the many soundtracks that I'll like love to listen to that I can remove the
Mm,
fireworks and it's perfect.
love.
Also, Better Together, a Pixar Pal celebration parade is coming
This is a
back
lot of
to
celebrations, guys.
Disney California Adventure. I feel like they're bringing back a lot of like fan favorite things.
Mm.
This is basically when they did Pixar Fest. They
Oh yeah,
did
yeah.
a parade and has a ton of like Pixar floats. They have a Luca float, and these character costumes are so cool. They have so it's Luca and Alberto human form on top, and then it's like a water like acrylic piece, and then on the bottom they're like sea
Oh,
animals,
that's cute. I
and
like that.
it's really cool. And also I love their character designs. Anyways, Tapestry of Happiness projection show is going to be coming on to It's a Small World. So over in Disneyland, It's a Small World is like
So
an
much
out
bigger.
huge, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're going to project like a Mary Blair like projection show about like
Yes.
Disneyland's history.
I love Mary
Um,
Blair.
and they're going to have
Mm.
it's going to include the celebration or the 70th anniversary song called Celebrate Happy, and it's going to be sung by the Jonas Brothers. We just got that announcement, which
That's awesome.
that's crazy.
I'm excited about that. I love Jonas
um,
Brothers.
Frozen will also return with the Paint the Night parade that is coming back to Disneyland Resort.
Frozen.
Paint the Night, if you think that Main Street Electrical Parade is good or like any nighttime parade is good, Paint the Night literally sinks it 6 feet under and then like stomps on it profusely. Like
I
it
love
is
that.
literally like any single parade on steroids. Like,
That's cool.
oh my goodness. As a kid, I was just like, whoa, shapes and colors. Like
Shapes and colors, shapes and colors.
it was so freaking
I'm
good.
dead. Oh my
And like the
gosh.
theme song is like the theme song from Wreck-It Ralph. When Can I Say You Again?
Oh, I
And
love
it's
that
like,
song.
oh my god.
That's really cute.
It also like calls back to the Main Street Electrical Parade. Like it starts with the drum,
Oh.
and has like Tinkerbell flying, like actually flying.
Aww.
But there's like a lot of this seems like a lot of entertainment and not a lot of expansion because they've
Yeah.
announced a lot of expansion, but they don't know what they're gonna put to it. Love you,
Yeah.
Disneyland Forward. Also, the characters are going to be having custom outfits. And here's the kicker. I showed Liz this. The merch has been released. So if you want to go buy your Disneyland 70th merch, it is currently in the park. I hate the merchandise
It's
collection.
really ugly.
Like, I thought the 50th collections were bad.
I didn't like the Disney 100 that much. I'm sorry. I was thinking that out loud. I thought that was kind of ugly.
I do you
I'm
know
sorry.
do you know what I'm talking about, the purple hoodie? The purple hoodie that has like the Disney 100 on it.
Yes.
That's the only thing that, or one of the two things that I have from the 100th.
The shirt you have with all the characters singing, I love that. Like I
Yeah.
got a cute pin from that too with like the music also being band kids, like
Yeah,
it being
like
really
literally
music
the only
focused.
reason why I got that shirt is because I'm a band kid.
That's why I got the pen because it was like drum major Mickey, and I was like, say less. But no, the 70th stuff is really ugly. Like I feel like they were so close, and then they just went a little too far in like the
It looks
neon.
like it's from the 70s and it literally looks like unicorn barf and then
Was that
barf.
the intention? I don't know, because like 70th, 70s, like, I don't know, but like it was ugly.
Like
Like it was just
even I even showed her the pins and like, did you like them or no?
not really. There was like one pin that I was like,
Ooh.
yeah, like if I was going, I would get that pin because like it was tolerable. But it wasn't like one of the pins I see where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. I need this in my collection. Like
Like
it was like, eh.
I think this is the only bad part of the 70th. Like the 70th as a whole seems very much like, I don't know, very whimsical, very like Fantasyland,
Yes.
very like exciting, fun,
Yes.
and but like
The
I feel
merch is
like
so bad.
between the merch and World of Color Happiness, those are the only two things that I'm worried about. And I think that this is just like one of the many collections they're gonna put out. But seriously, I want just like a nice, I want a vintage collection. I want a
Mhm.
literally I don't want a Disney shirt that yells Disney where you have to look at it and like, oh, that's Disney.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the shirts that I wear, like
Are very like subtle. Like when we first met and I saw your shirts, like it took me like I thought they were just graphic t-shirts and then I like read them and I was like, "Oh my gosh, these are Disney shirts."
he's so weird.
There no, I loved it immediately. I think like the first time you and I actually talked was right before you were a candidate for the fraternity at Smoker or the invitational that we do. And we started talking about Disney and it was like, yeah.
It was so bad. There was a time like when like I was going around as a candidate for the fraternity. It was you need to talk to Liz and Kaylee, and I'm like, I've talked to Kaylee. Who is Liz?
Lily, that's me. Oh, that's our ship
I
name.
mix your two names.
That's
Sorry.
okay. No, yeah,
Um,
he already knew Kaylee, so then it was like, who is Liz? Who is she?
and then Liz popped up like literally who,
Hey.
and then that happened. It
Yeah.
was crazy, but I'm
Mhm.
so happy I met you.
Me
Um,
too.
I'm just happy I didn't meet you wearing that 70th merch. I feel
Oh,
like you would
for
have
real.
turned if I was
No.
wearing any of the 70th merch. I feel like you would have turned around
I
and
would have been
like
like, also
actually,
I would have been like, he's real passionate. And then
he's like he knows what he's doing.
yes, he really loves that Disneyland
Okay,
70th
but in
merch.
all seriousness,
It's just really
I
pink.
think it's just marketing to a different audience than us.
Yeah. Like honestly, if Disney World released that, I'd have been really mad.
Oh, how do you think I felt during the 50th? Like,
I like the 50th.
but it was the best way I can explain it. It was so feminine to where there was nothing for men.
Okay, that makes sense. I do hear that.
Like,
As a woman, I hear
the
yeah.
vintage collection was fantastic. I loved the vault
Hmm.
collection.
Hmm.
Like, oh my god, I miss it. But some of the stuff in that collection was loud, and there was like one. It's a smaller shirt that I really liked, but
Yeah. No, that's valid. I feel like the merch collections recently have been hardcore lacking. Like,
I think they're just trying to like either capitalize off of what they've done before or literally do something so loud.
yes, I will say I just remembered this. There's a springtime collection that's literally only in Magic Kingdom, I think, and it's like only in like the Merchant of Venus area. That's the ice cream shop. But no,
Yeah,
no, it's not. That's the Star
yeah,
Trade.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like only Merchant of Venus
Star
and
Traders, yeah.
yeah, Star Trade. Thank you. And it's like purple and like springy lilacs with
I've
Minnie.
seen that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
almost bought those shorts and I have no money and they were definitely $70, but I was like this close and they were so cute. I really hope they're there when we still go back because that might be what I get. But I did like that one. Everything else, though, I'm kind of like,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't buy as much. I love shopping small and doing different companies. So some ones that I do the Wonder Studio, Stuck in Neverland, Circus Society. Those are the big three. Orange State's also one that I've shopped with a couple of times. But I really like their merch a lot better
it's really
because
cute.
it makes me feel better that I'm putting my money to somewhere where like there are people like us that like literally love and live by the parks. But
Yeah.
anyways, moving on. Avengers Campus stunt show is closing at Disney's California Adventure. So if you remember Avengers Campus over in Paris,
Yeah, they had it at
um,
Paris too. It was pretty cool.
in Disney's California Adventure, they just have web slingers, and when this closes, it'll literally just be web slingers and the Spider-Man meet and greet.
Guys, what are we doing?
They're building to e-ticket attract or like an e-ticket attraction, then like the Kuka Arm style, but it's like this
Yeah.
land is known for its live entertainment, and that's really the one thing keeping it afloat.
Yeah, and it
So
was like I feel like it was really cool when it first opened, and then it just kind of like started to flop. Like
yeah,
I don't know, like I will say I was underwhelmed when I saw the Paris one, but that's also just kind of how Disneyland Paris is right now because they're fixing a lot of things. So I don't
yeah.
know.
Also, in quick news, Disney Destiny touched water for the first time. I feel like I'm saying like touch grass, like touch grass. Told the
That's what I
Destiny
need to do.
touch water, float. So
Yes.
the Disney Destiny floated for the first time. It touched water. Woohoo! Crazy. Now segue. Let's talk Disney Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean. We're
Never
get
been on a cruise.
we're getting to the segment where I drop the lore or the crazy thing on top of Liz. Um, I feel like I'm hyping this up for something that you're going to be just like, whatever.
Probably. No, it's okay. It's okay.
So Disney Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean. So if you want like the true Disney experience, from my experience with both cruise lines. I haven't been on Disney Cruise Line forever, but from people that have talked to me, um, Disney Cruise Line is now where it is, where either you bring your small kids on and you want to really get that Disney experience and you're not going to go to the parks, or you're a Disney adult that literally wants that Disney experience and doesn't worry about the drinking or the casino or all that kind of stuff. So, target audience.
Yo, right here.
Except you're paying a premium price. Now
Yeah.
a lot of things are included, sodas included, dining's included, like all the things are
Hmm.
included. And that's a big thing about Disney is like the price you pay is the price you get.
So it's like the only thing you would be buying on the ship is like merchandise.
Yeah.
I really like that. I think that's really like I really want to do a Disney cruise one day. That has just never been something my family has been like, let's go do that. We were
Yeah.
always just more park people. But one day I definitely like me and my parents like want to go
Yeah.
do that experience because I think especially with like the new like haunted mansion bar thing opening
Hmm.
and like a couple of the other themed things like inside the cruise ship, I really want to like experience that. Like I think that'd be so
Like
cool.
it's becoming like before the Disney Cruise Line ships were like touch of Disney here and there, and they were just trying to like get people from the cruise market to go on their ships. Now it's like, okay, well, we have our audience, we have our storytelling devices. Okay, we're gonna make these new venues where it's like you're visiting our parks.
Yes.
These are our parks within
On a
themselves.
ship. Like I think that's really cool. Like okay, I've never been on a cruise ship, but like I would love the idea of being able to wake up in the morning and be like, I want to go there, and you just run up there, and
And you're like
it's
one of
inside.
the few like 6,000 people that get to do that. You're not
Yeah,
like
you're not fighting a bunch of people for a wait time for an attraction or something like that. And I don't like the outdoors that much personally. So like something that
being
has
able to keep your hotel room with you for 7
exactly
nights like is great.
and having lots of things indoors. And if I don't want to go swimming, I don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I would definitely like because I know a lot of people love cruises for like the destinations on the
Hmm.
cruise. I would just love the cruise being on the cruise ship. Like,
Now, what if I told you Royal Caribbean does a better job than that, than Disney? I know it's a
okay,
hard thing
okay,
to grasp
I
your
know,
mind around. It's hard,
I know.
but so Disney Cruise Line really knows their target audience and knows their theming and knows how to like literally get on top of you and say Disney.
Hmm.
Um, and Disney also does very good with their pricing, where it's like the price you pay is the price you get.
I like that.
And like the only other thing that you pay extra for is like if you want to get into the spa or you want to do like the high end like steakhouse restaurant,
Oh,
like
okay,
Paulo or Remy or Enchanté. I love the name Enchanté.
enchanté.
It's Lumiere themed.
Oh, that's so
So
cute. I
like
would pay for that.
they have anyway. So on the Wish and Treasure and the Destiny and all that kind of stuff. So on the Triton class ships, they have um the specialty restaurant. So Paulo Steakhouse was always like a staple on the Disney cruises. It used to be Italian themed. Now they made it a steakhouse that is themed to Cogsworth.
That's really
And then they also
cute.
have Enchanté that's themed to Lumiere,
That's
which is
really
a French
cute.
cuisine.
That's
And
really
then in the
cute.
middle, I'm bringing the two restaurants together is called the Rose, and that's the wine bar that you wait in, and it's
That's
themed to the
really
Enchanted Rose. So like
cute.
stuff like that, where it's like
Oh. I
things
would
like
eat
that.
that up. Oh, sorry, I kicked you.
No, it's okay.
I would eat that up for real, for real.
But Royal Caribbean also has a cheaper price and upfront, and then you buy your way to get the things you want. So if you don't want to,
Mm.
if you buy the soda package, if you want to get soda, then you buy the drink package if you want to get alcoholic drinks, which you have to like buy 6 drinks to make it worth it. Which if you're drinking that much, I don't know how you do it, but good for you, I guess. And then if you want to go to different specialty restaurants, like instead of just having one dining room option, you can go to hibachi, you can go to a steakhouse, you can go to a
Mm.
pizza place, you can like things where it's like more on land things that you just pay extra for.
Mm.
And then
Interesting.
on the
Okay.
private island, you pay extra to go either into their water park or their adults only sections and stuff.
Okay.
So it's more of things of like, if you're not going to use it, we're just going to decrease the price for you. And if you are going to use it, we just ask you to pay extra.
I get that. I think my brain would like the upfront more because then it's like, okay, like after I've like, and I feel like my parents are going to listen to this and laugh so hard because,
Like the option's open to you.
yeah, because they're like, girl, you don't know how to budget. True. We're working on it. Um, but
Okay, but Liz's parents, I'm talking to you right now.
yes.
She pays one price.
Yeah,
That's it.
mommy and daddy, if we just pay one price, all you have to worry about is done because then I'll buy my items for myself.
There's so many pins.
Don't you want to experience that? And mom and dad, if we go on a cruise, there's nowhere for me to run you ragged. So, and it's not hot. I feel
Oh,
like
that's
this.
why.
No, I mean on the ship
Oh yes, I did.
because we don't go outside. We're not outside people.
It's windy on those upper decks, so you're just like in like a wind turbine the whole
That's
time.
great.
Now, um, differences between Disney Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean ships are larger, they're bigger, they offer more options. But Royal also lacks storytelling where Disney excels. Like
Hmm.
they won't have like a heavily themed bar. The only heavily themed thing that they have is on Utopia. I was able to do it. It's called the Royal Railway.
Okay.
If you've seen, it's very similar. I don't want to say to Star Tours, but like it's you're in a train car and it's like a 5 course meal where you're literally watching the Wild West go by on this like on the side,
That's
and then
cool.
they have actors come in and they have like bandits and
Oh,
everything, and
that's really cute. I like that.
it's like a huge like 2 hour dinner show,
I love dinner
and
shows.
it's like 20 people in there.
That's
That's
really
it.
cool.
And they have like the haptic like vibrators under your seats, like similar to Runaway Railway, and like you feel it move. And
That's
because you're
really
on a
cool.
ship, you feel it move a little bit. So
That's
like
cool.
that's also a thing on cruises. You feel the floor drop from you a little bit.
Ooh,
Yeah. So
I don't like
you're
that.
gonna have fun with that. Anyways,
Oh.
the next the next bullet point on the uh, script is merchandise is mixed. Tell Liz about redacted
Redacted.
on ships. So the merchandise is mixed. Disney Cruise Line really knows how to do their merch. They have so many merchandise collections. They have so many pins. They have so many lounge flies. They have so many T-shirts. They have so many everything. Royal Caribbean just kind of has like ship specific. Like they'll have like a shirt that says Utopia of the Seas, Icon of the Seas, or like different things where like both cruise lines will also have like a cruise ship model that like you
You
can
can
buy and
get,
like
yeah.
put on like as a paperweight. But Royal Caribbean has pin trading. That's the boom.
How how
But
does Royal Caribbean pin trade? Like, what is there to pin trade?
so it's not really pin trading, it's more pin collecting. So
Is it just like of the different ships?
it's each ship that you're on, each port that you go to, in different venues that you. So it's more of like
Do you
more of
pay
like,
for them or
oh
do
yeah,
they?
yeah.
Oh,
But it's more of like a checklist off of like, oh, I've been here, I've been here, I've been here, I've been
okay,
here, I've been here,
that's
and
pretty cute.
it's not a trading thing. It's more of like collecting of like, oh, this ship is the only ship that has this type of bar, this type of experience. I get this pin,
That's pretty cool. No, I do
and
like
then
that.
it's like a different way of doing pin trading. And personally, I think I like it a little bit better. Like you go to this attraction, you get this pin, or you get like you hate this so much, or like rather than the whole entire trading thing of the stinginess and the nastiness of like,
And see, that's the thing though. Like with Disney, you don't have like I didn't start like actually trading with other people until I was like 18. Oh, like when I was little.
spoopy
Mm-mm.
scary.
Oh yeah, when I was little, like I made the mistake of wearing my pin bag like on me as a little 12-year-old, and then this girl ran up to me and was like, "You want a pin trade?" And my little antisocial brain as a little
No.
child, I was like, I didn't know what to do. So like I didn't start doing it until I was older, and I didn't start interacting with other like the crazy. I am not a crazy trader. I love Disney print pins, but I do not have the
Yeah,
collections.
she literally like it's just, like if someone wears a lanyard.
Yeah. And like I have collection, but they're like in my home. Like I don't just buy pins to go trade with other people to get rare stuff. Like I don't do that. I only buy packs when I need things, and then the duds I happen to get are just my ammo to find other
Yeah,
fakes.
that she gives to me because I'm the trash pile.
No, okay. What had happened was I was sorting the ones that were not duds and the ones that were duds, and I just happened to hand Andrew the duds, okay?
Both
And
times that she bought packs when I was there that day.
sorry. Oh, I bought 2 packs that day? Oopsie.
Yes.
Didn't mean to do that. I try to limit myself to one, and then that usually doesn't happen.
But I enabled her to getting the other one.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
you're literally 4 pins away from fitting every single thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I am. I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's insane.
I know. I'm really excited because this is like the first series I've ever actually like finished. Like I've never cared until Munchlings came out, and I'm so close. So
I
if
really wish
anyone,
the packaging, like it was like cute little packaging that it
I
came in.
know that I could like keep. Yeah, I do keep it. Like
The plastic.
no, I still have multiple of the plastic. It was like I have the bag from our most recent trip where I like finished series 4. I have the bag where I finished series 1. Um,
It'd be fun for like a little like shadow box.
It is, yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to like bullet journal it or something and like just glue it onto the page. We'll see what happens. But if anyone out there that has the corn dog from series 2 of Donald, or I think it's a corn dog.
We will find you.
Yeah, or um oh frick, Pain and Panic, one of them from series 3.
I think it was Panic or No Pain
I think
because
it
it
was
was
Pain.
purple.
Yes, it was that one.
Yeah.
That one and Marie in the Sunday, and I forgot. But yeah, if anybody wants to trade,
Text us on
help.
Instagram.
Yeah, help,
But
please.
that's a big thing is like Royal Caribbean does pin collecting.
I do think that's cool though, because it's kind of giving me like Epcot around the world vibes, except like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And also a big thing on cruise ships is hiding ducks. Disney does not allow it.
Oh.
So if you've seen my duck box,
Yeah, I
so
like that.
that's all from the cruise ships of ducks that we
Oh,
found, and we hide ducks, and it's a big thing where like you put your family's name on it, and like a thing that like my family does or I do a lot is I'll get the small little plastic ducks
love
and
those.
I'll give those to crew members like as like a
Oh,
cast comp or like a crew compliment.
that's cute.
Um, which they love it because these people literally give up their lives for 6 months and move
Yeah.
on to these ships. Like a lot of the people that I talk to literally have children at home,
Hmm.
and the only time they get is when the kids are on summer break. When they're at school, they don't see their mom and dad, and
Yeah.
it's literally heartbreaking. Like hearing these people, and they get paid pennies on the dollar, and you know. My family does the best that we can and stuff to help them out and everything. But
I love that. That's really cute.
anyways, moving on. Entertainment is better, I feel, on Royal Caribbean. Once again, it does lack that. Entertainment venues are better on Royal Caribbean.
Hmm.
Disney usually just has the Fireworks at Sea stage show for Sail Away and Pirate Night, and then they also have like a theater show, like Broadway style shows.
Yes.
Those shows are incredible. Like, if you guys haven't seen it, the Moana show came out. Like they don't allow you to film in the theater, but they have like professional recordings. The one for Moana on the Disney Treasure came out. The girl that plays Moana, when I tell you, like, should have been the voice actress if
Oh,
Ali'i Carvalho wasn't a thing. Like,
that's crazy.
oh my god! And
Okay, girl
then
boss.
they do the transformation from Taka to Tafiti on stage. Like, literally, it's this huge 20-foot tall puppet that transforms and is projection mapped and everything.
That's really cool.
And then like
Pop
they
off.
do a transition. Like what is it called? What was the stupid song name? Um, Moana, make way. It's time to do
Oh yeah, yeah.
that song.
Make way,
You know how
make
she grows
way.
up during that song?
Yeah,
They do the transitions from young Moana to old Moana, like literally in front of your eyes,
that's
and it's
crazy.
seamless.
That's
Like
awesome.
literally, people go around with like tapestries, and literally it's young Moana, and then the old Moana walks out.
That's so cool. I love
Like it's
that.
so cool. Like,
I want to
oh my
watch it.
goodness. Royal Caribbean stage shows are a little bit like hit or miss. They do like Broadway style shows. They've done Mamma Mia. They've done Grease. They did on Icon of the Seas. They did oh my god, what's the word? Wizard of Oz, and they
Oh,
had a
that's
live
cool.
orchestra, like literally like 16-piece orchestra and
That's
everything.
awesome.
There was French horns, and like oh my goodness, it was like it was really good.
That's real cool.
They also have an ice show. They also have the Aqua Theater. The Aqua Theater is my ride or die.
Oh,
It's like
that's
a
cool.
water show that's projection mapped and tricks and
That's
jumping
cool.
around and diving, and like the one on Utopia of the Seas was 80s themed.
Oh,
So it
that's
had like
cool.
E.T., Star Wars, Back to the Future, Michael Jackson.
That's cool.
On Icon of the Seas, it's all movie themed. So like Jungle Book was in it, and like different things like that. Anyways, final thing or two things, they have more venues on Royal Caribbean that's like different. They have a central park, like literally like a whole entire central park with like trees and like live musicians at night singing, like jazz musicians,
That's really cool.
and it's outside. Like the ship is open in the middle and it's like trees that you can just walk by with.
That's really cool.
And they also have the boardwalk, which is like an old boardwalk theme, like think like boardwalk,
Yeah.
hence the name. Then they also have the private island. The private island is so much better. It has so many different options.
Okay.
And when you go on the private island, they have pins for every single like place there.
That's cool.
So like you can get like 5-6 pins.
That's cool.
And it's also like I don't know, it's really cool.
I like
like
that.
different landmarks and stuff. But
Yeah, I like that. I think that's if I definitely were to do that, I would definitely do the pin collection because, like, duh.
because you could go one time and you could be done.
Yeah, that would be very satisfying and very crazy. But
Private Island has the pin trading and has not pin trading, pin collecting, and like a ton of different like separation option. So where Disney Cruise Line kind of like falls is like every single bar, every single lounge, every single restaurant is like kind of like on the same beaten path where
Mm.
like you have to access it by the same area. For Royal Caribbean, there's so many different areas because the ships are so much larger
Mm.
where it separates you. Where like if you don't want to be around kids, you don't have to be around kids. If you don't want to be around drunken alcoholics, you don't need to be around drunken alcoholics. So like
Yeah. That's
it
cool
just
though.
gives you a lot of different options, which I like. And also, you might be wondering what this little guy is.
Yes.
They have a carousel on Icon of the Seas, and this is one of the things that you can ride on. And he's a cute little pineapple.
Oh, I
So,
like him. He should sit with Mickey.
oh, do you want to sit with him? Okay,
Yeah, they should be friends. There we go.
there you go. Anyways, so yeah, any questions or like, what do you think? Like,
I have been informed greatly. I like it. I think obviously I think the first cruise I would do would be Disney because I
that's
think
what I did. Yeah,
yeah, I think that would
that's more
help.
of comfort.
Yeah, it would like warm me up to the cruise idea. It's like, oh, I'm a little seasick, but like Mickey, you know, like
You're
um
like, oh, I feel great, pinch, right?
yes. I was like, I might throw up, but do you have any munchlings? Yeah, I think I would really like that. And then like, branching off and trying other companies after I'm like comfortable would be
Yeah.
cool.
Like our family started with Disney in 2013 and then we did a cruise in 2013, 2015, 2017 and then 2022 rolled around and we started Royal Caribbean. It was more of like a hey, well, we can't do a certain vacation. Let's try Royal Caribbean and literally we have fallen in
I
love.
love that. That's
Where
so
it's
cool though.
like for me the first time I was going on Royal Caribbean, I'm like I don't know if I'm going to like this and literally it was like holy crap.
Yeah.
Like it just this opened a whole entire different can of worms.
I love
And it's
it.
like I never thought I would like it and
That's so great. See, guys, we're not just Disney heads here. Like, they're.
literally as soon as so I figured out about this whole entire pin collecting thing on Utopia of the Season. I'm like I was when I tell you I was typing out the message, they have pins on Royal Caribbean, and I'm like, no, I'm keeping this from her.
Oh, it was leverage. No, that's
um
really cool, though. I like that they do that because I think it's cooler. Like, they're more, like, meaningful than, like a, like how
and like
Epcot
when
does,
you
like, the
go to
KitKat
your
thing. Like,
like
it's.
when you go to the ports as well, they have pins.
That's cool.
So
I
like
like
it's more of
that.
like a collecting thing where like it's like, oh, this is where I've been.
I like that. I
So
like that because I'm like that with Disney. Like I can remember I may not remember like the exact timeline when I got it, but I can remember what park and what store I got it from, or if it was a trade. And so I think like for me that's like also like remnant of
like
experiences, right?
sentimental.
Yeah, it's sentimental. So I think like doing that would be really cool. And it's like if I don't get everything in one trip, it's like, well, this is where me and my family went this trip, and then this is where we went this trip. I think that'd be fun.
Also on the private island you don't have to touch sand. They have pools, like they have an oasis pool.
That's great because I hate sand.
And then there's also a cabana
Dad,
um
did you hear that?
at the adults only beach. It's called Hideaway Beach. Like part of it's like party pool, crazy Miami Beach style.
Hmm.
Then they also have a jazz calypso band that has like steel drum and
That's
like
cool.
saxophone and stuff. It's really cool. With a bar called On the Rocks. So like you can get drinks
Mm.
called On the Rocks, and then it's literally on the rocks of like the
That's
island.
cool.
And then on the other side of the little area of it's called Hideaway Beach if you guys have been. They have cabanas that literally have their own infinity pool, and you don't
Mm.
have to touch sand.
That's great.
I hate sand.
Hate sand. I
So
hate
if you
sand.
ever go back to the beach, learn this from one of my close friends. Hi Kim, how are you? Put baby powder before you get wet.
On your feet?
No, literally like
Everywhere?
on shore, but
Okay.
it keeps a lot of the sand from grasping onto you.
Thanks, Kim.
So yeah.
You know what I would do is I would forget to put on sunscreen and then I would get in the sand and then I would do the sunscreen and then the sunscreen would seal the sand
Oh.
in.
Ugh.
Yeah. I hate like when we go to the beach, my mom loves the beach and she'll sit out there all day long and I love that about her. But me and my dad are like, mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
And then we stay inside and my dad reads and I play games and also craft. And I love going to the beach to sit inside the condo.
I mean, like I like the idea of the beach. I just hate having sand.
Same. Like I will go if I'm with other people, but like,
I
if I'm with other people my age and we can go play in the ocean, like I'll do that. Like I need someone to play with me. I'm an only child. I need somebody to play with
It's
me.
like playing with me, please. Can we play mermaids?
Yeah, that's literally me. Like I get really bored, so that's why I think I need fidget toys because I can't focus.
Anyway, so moving on to listener questions from Bethany. What is your favorite song in Guardians?
September.
Wrong.
Conga's
Conga.
a close second for me. I like Conga.
I think I've gotten September so many times, and I was when the ride first got it, like the list first got announced. I was like, Conga's going to be perfect, and then Congo is perfect.
It is. I hadn't had Conga until like the last time I think we were all in Epcot, and I really
You're like,
enjoyed
who are
it.
you?
Yeah, I was like, okay, you're actually cool. The one that I don't like is Everyone Wants to Rule the World. To me, it just doesn't
Either
fit.
everyone hates it or you love it, and for the people that love it, I don't know what is wrong with you.
Yeah, you're incorrect, actually.
Like, people are like, oh, it changes the vibe of the ride. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It makes it worse. Like,
it does.
Like, it. Then again, it's us complaining about small things. The ride is still the same. I still get the same exact thrills. I still get to hear whoever or like whichever guardian talk about whatever, and like the same experience. But it's like
the song does add something, and I was like,
the song adds an extra layer, and Everyone Wants to Rule the World.
It's a great song, doesn't fit.
Literally pulls away. But also, did you know that Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 was supposed to be a song on Guardians? So if you go into when you're exiting out up the stairs and going down and you're hearing the music, that's the playlist that they were playing, going on the ride multiple times to see what songs fit. And they chose Everyone Wants to Rule the World instead of 9 to 5. So
9 to 5 would have fit. Like, it doesn't seem like
9 to 5.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it would work, but it would work.
Like,
yeah, like you wouldn't think
I
that.
also
initially.
made an edit of Bill Nye the Science Guy, and when I tell you it is perfect, it's a 30-second song and it loops, but like
that's actually really funny. I would be down for that.
Like, we have the cosmic generator back. Bill Nye
the Science Guy.
Like, if Disney ever did like a 90s night,
that would be
at
hilarious.
Epcot, because themed after hours events need to happen.
Yeah.
Come on, Cosmic Rewind with Bill Nye the
That'd be
Science Guy.
so funny.
Like
it's better idea. Theme Figment with Bill Nye.
They did Bill Nye so many times.
They did?
So Dinosaur has Bill Nye the Science Guy. Ellen's Energy Adventure had Bill Nye the Science Guy.
But he's a girl boss, so like he should be in
Figment. He's great.
Yeah, sorry, that was tangent. Yeah, so Bethany, favorite song, Conga, September, Conga close second.
From Sienna, what park do you want, or do you want to go to the most but have not visited? I feel like ours is the same. Tokyo Disney Sea.
Tokyo Disney Sea. Yep.
Guys,
I feel like we've talked about it a lot. Like, it's just so beautiful.
Sienna has been to Tokyo Disney Sea.
Yeah,
which
girl.
Is why she asked this question.
And she brags about it.
Like,
I love you, but girl.
Oh my goodness. Like, I'm happy for you. Genuinely, I am so happy for you.
I'm not. I'm just kidding. No, I think it's great.
Like, oh my goodness. That,
I want to go.
I think that'll be one of the first parks I walk into that I will cry.
Yeah, I'll probably hit the ground, TBH. Like,
I'm just like,
yeah.
Like, the whole entire time is just like, wow. Like,
yeah,
I feel like that's what a lot of people are going to feel like when they walk into Epic Universe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to have that experience with Epic Universe, but
you might.
Perchance.
You're more open-minded than I am. I'm going to walk in like Grumpy Cat.
I like Universal, but it's like, I'm not, like, I think it's different because I've seen this, literally, this park has been open since I was a kid and you were a kid. Mm-hmm. And, like, you've been seeing it for so long. So, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, next question from Kyla. Which 2 parks would you eliminate from Walt Disney World? Epcot and Animal Kingdom. Your turn.
My answer is just no.
I can't. Oh, no, why did I say Epcot? Oh, my God. What am I... Oh my goodness!
That has to go on the vinyl guide.
Guys, no, you don't understand.
The way I didn't flinch.
You're like, yeah, sure. I was gonna say Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. Go.
My answer is no. I can't do it.
You have to choose. That's what Kyla asked.
Kyla, I can't do it. Like, it would pain me physically.
I told you that, or I said that you would remove Hollywood and Epcot. That's what I thought you would say.
Yeah, I think that is actually what I would do. But I love Hollywood, and that made me really.
How I said Epcot. Oh my goodness.
That was crazy. Epcot.
Just like.
It didn't faze me. This episode's been 2 hours. I think that's why. Which is great. We're just little yappers.
So,
I can't believe you said Epcot. That was crazy.
I'm gonna like try to go back in. They're like, you're not welcome back.
No, yeah, I'm gonna make so much clickbait for social media. Breaking
Andrew really actually hates Epcot. He does it for the clicks, guys.
Oh my God.
Anyways, moving on to trivia.
Yes. Okay. This one is actually something I learned.
What
very
part does
recently.
Andrew hate the most?
Yes. That's a good question.
The answer might surprise you.
Truthfully. This was something I actually learned very recently from the GoPen Pro Instagram. Oh, my bad.
Mic malfunction.
My bad. This was something that I learned very recently from the GoPen Pro Instagram. And I'd actually seen this collection before, but I didn't know what it was, and I thought it was weird. But now I understand.
Okay, but you explained it to me, and I'm like, what?
It's really silly, but okay. So, what is the name of the pin collection? Prefaced, I don't know if this collection is still running or if
No.
it's very old. I'm not really sure.
She's old as dirt.
Okay, but what was the name of the pin collection that was marketed as ancient creatures that inhabited the Disney parks and loved it so much that they picked certain attractions to live in and adapted to the characteristics of that attraction?
Guys, I miss when Disney was like this. Like, what?
It's so funny. It's
like,
so
you have to
silly.
read it 3 times, and you're just like, huh?
Ancient creatures that inhabited the parks and then picked certain attractions to live in because they loved them so much.
I feel like the closest thing we've gotten to something like this is the Munchlings, where it's like, why is Pluto a chicken nugget?
Like, why is this necessary? Like, I don't know. Like,
It's not, but it's perfect.
my favorite part about it is it's basically implying that I would eat them, which I would never do. But it's like,
By the way, that was I thought you were talking about this collection.
oh no, the
It's fine.
munchlings. It's like they look so scrumptious, but like if I ate them, I'd be eating Minnie, and like that's not cool.
Anyways, let us know. Let us know what you think of what just happened. So if you want to know the clickbait title for this video, it is
Andrew hates Epcot.
Andrew hates Epcot and Liz eats ears.
We're gonna get canceled.
We are tired. We are hungry. So we're gonna go.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. This is probably our very longest episode.
We're gonna stop making them this long, I promise. Next episode will be 4 hours, actually.
It's like the 4-hour tour. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed all of our segments. If you have any more questions, just look out on the Parkscapes podcast Instagram. We're going to be posting stories throughout the week to get questions from you guys. So thank you so much. Do you have anything else you want to add?
I might have just turned my mic off, but in the event, no, I didn't. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
No, I have nothing else. Lovely chatting with all of you.
Yeah, lovely chatting with you guys. Well, have a magical day. Have a good one, guys.